Welcome back everybody to the Cirque Show 24/7, and this is Logan Movie Review. So, let's get right into it. I hurt myself today. This movie was amazing. First of all, before we get right into it, this is a spoiler. I only do one of these. I don't do a regular review and a spoiler review. That's just clickbait type crap. You get one video. This is a spoiler video. You had time. It's Sunday. Let's get right into it. This movie is probably the best Marvel movie. Marvel, Fox, Disney, Marvel, the best Marvel movie. This movie shows you what you can do with a property like a superhero property when you put love, dedication, this movie is just beautiful. First, it's a beautiful movie to look at. It gives you that Western type of vibe. It's not a superhero movie at all. It has superhero character or superhero elements into it, but it's not a superhero movie. It's got that Dark Knight type of vibe, where you can't really categorize it as a superhero movie. It's just its own thing. And going into this movie, I'm glad I didn't see all the trailers. I'm glad I only saw like one trailer. I'm glad they didn't put a lot of great moments in this movie in the trailer. I'm glad they left that out. I'm glad they just gave you just a little taste of what this movie is really about. And it's Hugh Jackman's best performance. It's Patrick Stewart's best performance. The little girl who plays X-23, she does a phenomenal job at just her eyes, the way she looks at you, the way she grunts, and just her emotions on her face. She does a lot without actually talking in this movie. But let's get right into like what this story is about. It's about Logan. He's older. Most of his friends, the mutants, mostly just mutants in general, have died off. And he slowly sees himself just kind of dying with them. He's lived for so long, and that's kind of just caught up with him, like that healing power and just been shot all the time and like regenerating. It's just kind of caught up with his body. He's super, which is just so depressing to say. He's super old. He's grizzled. He doesn't really care about the world. He doesn't care about anybody. He's working for a broke down version of like a Uber. He's like a limo driver now, and with the worst like shitty like limo in the world. And you can just tell like this is what his life is now. Like everything he's done prior to that has just caught up with him. Like all the battling, all the wars, all this like brutality that he's brought on into the world and has taken from himself. It's just caught up to him, and he's just a tired, grizzled, old man. And I love every minute of it. Just a man who doesn't care, doesn't give a crap about what you think of him. He's just there to. He's there. He's just waiting to die, and then you see the fact that the only person he kind of cares about, he's batshit crazy himself, and that's where the movie really like takes shape and starts to blossom when you get introduced to Professor X and Patrick Stewart, and because hell, Professor X, he was like 90 when X1 came out in 2000, so he's like 400 now, and you could tell like his mind is just gone because he's probably the most powerful mutant in the world, and he's got this Alzheimer's, and he's just a ticking time bomb. And then I deal with people with Alzheimer's, so I know it. I know how that feels, and the probably one of the greatest moments in this movie. It's just like a little moment that if you dealt with the Alzheimer's person or an old senile type of person, you know you're trying to give him his pills, and he's up there in his wheelchair just going, and you're like, come here, come here. To, just stuff like that. And I really enjoyed those moments, and just that father-son relationship that him and Logan have, gained and bonded over through the years, and how he still has, he still has faith that we can still blossom new mutants, and Logan's trying to tell him, like, all that stuff in the past that you've done, it's over. You gotta leave it alone, and you need to like move past that. The mutants are dead. Nobody's coming back. And you get the hint that maybe Professor X was probably the one who killed the X-Men. Just think about that. Like just what's that scenario like? Like, were they at like a Thanksgiving X dinner or something like that, and he just has his little moment while Jean Grey is passing the turkey to Storm's passing the cobbler, to Scott, stuff like that. Nightcrawler's in there, throwing people, just pumpkin pie everywhere. It's just crazy stuff like that. Like, what was that moment like when they all died? So they give you those, kind of hints, and that stuff that's just really interesting. And then they meet with this girl, and she has this past, and she's linked to Logan somehow. You kind of find out like she's got his DNA, and he's just very reluctant to just care about this girl because he knows what that's going to mean. Like, and he does a great performance of saying, like, people I care about die. You don't want me to love you, basically. You don't want me to be in your life. You need to go to Canada and just I don't need to be in your life, because if I'm in your life, then bad things start to happen. And just that emotion of him trying to realize, like, this movie is just about family, like getting over the fact that you have to accept the person who you are and dealing with that, and and accept the people that come into your life and embrace those people as your family, and letting go, and just being true to yourself. That's what this movie's about, and I really, really enjoyed it. It tugs at your heart so many times. There was moments where I was like stuff like that. It was moments like that where it just tugs on your heart. The action is brutal. It's vicious. It's just brutality at its max, done the right way, for a reason. And that's a great point, because I love John Wick, or John Wick and John Wick 2. But some of those scenes he's just killing people just to kill people. This movie, you feel like he's killing for a purpose. He has a purpose. And it's all for a reason. You get those great moments of, Logan, berserker mode, him like trying to, get these bullets out, like digging bullets out of his body, like the scars that haven't healed, just stuff like that, the vicious tone, great type of Western, makes it into just a believable, heartbreaking type of movie. And it's not a superhero movie, and that's what I really, really enjoyed. They shied away from it being a superhero movie. They took it in kind of the real world. They took it serious, and they told a great story, a great ending, a great send-off for these characters that we've grown and loved for like 17, 18 years. I remember going as a kid with my father to go and seeing the first X-Men, and I'm like, man, that guy, he looks cool. He looks just like, well, he's kind of tall, but he looks just like Wolverine. And have that progression of him and how he is now as old man Logan, it's fantastic. It brought a tear to my eyes. It was a great send-off for like Professor X. It was a great send-off for Logan. It was a great introduction to Laura, X-23. And that's what was so great about this movie is, yeah, you have Logan, he died. You have Professor X, he died. But they set up X-23 so well that they can go just follow basically the comics now. just have her be the new Wolverine. You know, she can have that mantle on because they set her up so perfectly. And I was very nervous about if they were going to set her up and if she was going to do a good job as X-23, and she does a phenomenal job, especially as a kid actor. So if they start pumping these movies out every like 3 to 4 years, she's gonna grow up. She's gonna get older, and she can be a believable new Wolverine without actually have to hire a new actor for Wolverine or to replace Hugh Jackman. You built that chemistry, you built that lore, or you built that story up for her so perfectly that you can just pass it on to her. So I'm super excited for what it holds. I'm so happy they didn't have a post credit scene. It was a definitive end to this. They had a beginning credit thing with Deadpool, which was cool, but I'm glad they didn't have a post credit because this is a definitive end for these two characters, for this story. It was a great job. It looked beautiful. It gave you all those emotions. So what you guys think about this movie? Did you like it? Please comment below. Let me know. Hit that bell button. Subscribe to the channel. As always, this is the Search Show 24/7. Be easy.